Good evening everyone, Matt here again, reading one of my videos for the lore and literature of Skyrim. This time it's the Holes of Skyrim, and my character Kathra, who's in the other channel, has decided that having reached Winterhold on the way to the College of Mages, she is going to read this book and kind of establish an idea of what's going on in just Skyrim itself, because she has really no idea. She's been here 2 weeks and she still doesn't know her way around. So she's hoping this book will bring some understanding. So the Holes of Skyrim, a field officer's guide for use by officers of the Imperial Legion. So I can see that already this book is possibly going to be a little bit biased. Definitely not from a Nord point of view, but it'll be interesting to see what it says. Welcome, loyal officer of the Empire. You have been given this guide to help you, and those men under your command, better understand the geography of Skyrim. Since you'll be serving in Skyrim for a lengthy period of time, this information should prove invaluable. Skyrim is organised into 9 holds. A hold is a large area of land, roughly equivalent to a county in Cyrodiil. Each hold is governed by a Jarl who maintains his court in the hold's capital city. You should add there hers as well when you read on. 4 of these holds are fairly small and sparsely populated. As a result, the capitals are little more than towns. The 5 major cities of Skyrim act as capitals for the larger holds. Following is a detailed review of each hold. Eastmarch. Located in the eastern reaches of Skyrim, Eastmarch shares a common border with Morrowind. Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak rules from the ancient city of Windhelm, and he and his followers should be considered your most serious threat. Do not tread lightly into Eastmarch, for the Stormcloaks are at their strongest and most organised in these lands. As an Imperial soldier, you will find few friends here. Falk Wreath. Located in the pine forests of southern Skyrim, Falk Wreath holds borders Cyrodiil to the south and Hammerfell to the west. Its most prominent geographical feature, Leg Inalta, covers a vast portion of the region's central landscape. The hold capital, also called Falk Wreath, is home to the largest cemetery in Skyrim as a result of numerous battles that have taken place over the years. The remainder of the area is almost entirely wilderness, and the only other notable settlement is Helgen to the east. Falk Wreath's position in Skyrim is rather strategic for the Empire. It not only controls access to the Reach, Whiterun and the Rift, but also acts as an important supply line in and out of Cyrodiil. Hafingr. Solitude, the seat of the High King of Skyrim and the capital of Hafingr Hold, has always welcomed the Empire with open arms. Much commerce flows along the rivers here, and you will find the folk of this hold to be among the most hospitable in Skyrim. As you venture forth in your campaigns, be sure to maintain a secure supply line back to Solitude. The Empire maintains ample provisions in Castle Dur, from which General Tullius commands all the legions stationed in Skyrim. Hjalmarch. This hold is divided evenly between windswept tundra dotted with farms and a huge stinking salt marsh. There is little of interest here, save perhaps for the hold's capital, Morthal. Jarl Idgrod Ravencrone has been cooperative enough with the Empire in the past, but will ultimately look out for her own interests if put in a difficult position. While the hold offers minimal strategic value to the Empire, it would make an ideal staging ground for a Stormcloak siege of Solitude, and so must be held against the enemy. The Pale. The Pale is a barren realm covered by vast fields of ice and snow. Its boundaries stretch from the centre of Skyrim all the way to its northern coast. Here, at the capital city of Dawnstar, can be found one of the busiest ports in the province. With access to the coastal waterways of Skyrim, Dawnstar could prove vital in a war effort. Should the Stormcloaks choose to attack Solitude from the river, this port would make a tempting target due to its close proximity. The Reach. Dominating the western border of Skyrim, The reach is made up almost entirely of steep, craggy mountains. Little grows in this forbidding realm, but the capital city of Markarth is a nigh impregnable stone fortress that would make an excellent defensive position for either side in a war. Be aware that this dangerous region of Skyrim is home to the Forsworn, the rebellious natives of the Reach. They know the terrain, can strike without warning, and count the Empire as an enemy. If they attack, you must neither give nor expect any mercy. The Rift. This hold occupies the southeast corner of Skyrim, and much like the Reach in the west, is dominated by tall mountain peaks. The climate in the Rift is milder than in the northern holds, and there is more vegetation to be found here. Farming thrives as a result. A word of warning about Rifton, the Hold's capital city. Our agents have reason to suspect that the Thieves' Guild makes its home here, though it is now much diminished from its strength of previous years. Nevertheless, mind that your men keep an eye on their coin purses should they have reason to spend any length of time in the city. Whiterun. This central hold is characterised by wide, grassy plains that are home to numerous farms. Many roads pass through Whiterun, joining the more distant hold together. The hold's capital city, also called Whiterun, sits high on a rock promontory amid a large flat swathe of scrubland. Among the wealthiest cities of Skyrim, Whiterun has usually proven friendly to the Emperor's soldiers. Winterhold. This bleak, snow-blown hold in the northeast corner of Skyrim is utterly inhospitable. Perhaps the mages at the College of Winterhold chose to make their home there because they knew they would be left largely alone. As with Falk Wreath and Whiterun, the name Winterhold describes both the hold and its capital city, though the word city hardly applies. The hold capital is a meagre village built near the mage's college. Few other noteworthy settlements exist in this frozen waste, and it is unlikely to play any significant part in the war. And that's interesting for Kathra to read, because from that, I guess you could argue that she feels safe here from any sort of war, but also she's intrigued as to why these people that she's met are living here if it's so barren. If it's not getting any trade, they can't make any money. Why stay? I wonder if it's to do with a sense of loyalty, a sense of home, and a sense of place. Anyway, I think it'd be quite interesting to see these places geographically and work out what this means. So we've got up here, we've got Winterhold, this pale barren place where there's really nothing going on. And then you've got the place feared most by the Imperials, which is the city of Windhelm, and that area too, and I think that's quite interesting to know a little bit more about that. This is Eastmarch, isn't it? So the area of Eastmarch, which I found bitterly cold. And then down here we've got Rifton, which to Kathra I guess sounds like the most appealing place to live, since it actually sounds like it's got enough arable land to live off if she should ever want to do that, but also it sounds like it's slightly warmer. So apart from there being a Thieves' Guild around, Rifton sounds quite appealing in terms of fertile land. Maybe she'll go there in the future. Then there's Whiterun, which appears central to an awful lot of places. So this place sounded quite interesting too, and sounds like it's caught between whether it's loyal to the Imperials or the Nords, or the Stormcloaks I should say. So that sounded interesting as well. And then down here to the south we've got Falk Wreath. That also sounded like an interesting place, bordering Cyrodiil to the south, and then Hammerfell must be this way somewhere. Okay. And then you've got Morthal, which also was very interesting. Again, it was central, and again I think it talked about it just being a barren kind of place to live. And this is where the female Nord Jarl lives as well, so she's caught between this borderline. Dawnstar, I think we've talked about in terms of the barrenness of this land, the Pale here, and then here you've got Solitude as well. Solitude is obviously where General Tullius is situated, and Haffinger, so I wonder if they've come over from the coast, settled here, and the Imperials are slowly trying to seep their way through on this side, except for here, Markarth, which they've completely left alone because they've said it's virtually inhospitable and is owned by the Forsworn. So that's somewhere I don't really want to go. Sounds quite dangerous at this moment in time. So there we go. Which place would Kathra visit if she was interested to visit somewhere? I think possibly she'd end up in Rifton, but I think Whiterun sounds like an interesting middle ground to go to, so maybe Whiterun. I'm hoping a story will take her to a different place anyway, because it sounds like for the moment that this area itself, Winterhold, will not hold much for her except her future in a college. Anyway, thank you for watching.